And welcome back on in, folks. Davenport University versus BHOP Esports, taking it away in the round of 8 of the final RMR Open Qualifier. My name is Fi. I'm joined by Dat Paladin as we see underdog team Davenport University trying to complete a miracle run to the RMR, and BHOP Esports finally trying to convert their third attempt here in day number 2. Let's get this one away. Already fast. Oh boy, we're just going for a straight ramp rush. There's a 4-man ramp stack, and Kojo's gonna destroy them all. But still, wait a minute, no. The rotations. Kojomo's heroics could just go immediately to waste here, Paladin. It goes back down to the 2v2.
Car crash and ramp, and look at all this space that Switcher's getting outside. Korn and Co are gonna probably be able to crunch in onto this 2v2 here. And there you go, already activated with the P250, but now that his position is known, how does BHOP-brett respond?
Oh, BHOP-brett inside of the smoke could try to phase at the same time. Korn taking his time, trying to maybe coordinate with his teammate. Spots out Silas, but has to be ready for the close player. And he is! Perfect swing on BHOP-brett, and now Silas is trapped at the back of the ramp. 1v2 here, and needs to somehow dice up these duels. The headshot not connecting, 34 HP, and I think they got him locked up here. They're just going to get the bomb and run it to A. They don't even want to deal with him. And so, well, this round has got a whole lot tougher for BHOP. And just Silas. He'll make his way back in through lobby, though. He's trying to be fast about this. He's trying to get him to the advantageous fight as soon as he possibly can. Maybe an overextending player. Silas already wrapping around the site, but just double peeked up. And Davenport, wild pistol round. But they get it across the line.
Kojomo's death actually not in vain this time around. Fantastic triple from him to open up this really intense best of 1. And the 2v2 actually somehow managed. I mean, Korn, well done with his crosshair placement there to get rid of BHOP-brett down in the ramp. And then from there, it seemed easy pickings. They very well handled that 2v1. So great to get on the board this time around. 1/3 of their previous T-side attempt against Northern Forces.
Yeah. Believe it or not. Yeah, that's a great thing to bring up as Davenport makes a cross outside. Silas, is he gonna... He'll hit the Deagle headshot at that range. Unbelievable, but I'm not sure how else this is expected to go. Swan. Nope, not happening. MP5 for Pug. Should be able to clean house on this one. Even some cushions. Underrate the MP5 all you want. It has a crazy fast fire rate. It has an easy to control spray pattern. I mean, don't hate.
Oh, I will every day of the week. Man, this gun, it feels like BM. I'm joking. But maybe a little bit.
It kind of is. Too expensive to be an SMG, but too cheap to be a rifle.
Yeah, and the silencer
is cheesy. It's so cheesy. Yeah, it doesn't really do much. Kojomo's starting this game on fire. It's about to be 2 separate 3-pieces. Beaky's coming back around. No, he's just going to hold on to his armor. So, yeah. We'll bring up this storyline from yesterday. Northern Forces were down 12-3, only garnering themselves 3 T-side rounds. And then they proceeded to run a 13-2 CT-side clinic. Brick wall style. And they ran it all the way back. So, I mean, this is already a beautiful start considering the stats. But also, what a confidence boost for those guys as well over the DU camp.
It basically tells them that any scoreline is winnable, and doing it against Northern Forces is an impressive feat. And already having 2 rounds, you know, the more momentum they gain, the harder it's going to be to shut down from BHOP. And that 3rd round should be all but confirmed at this point. Rock up money if you're spec. Set up on Squeaky. Yeah. Kojomo already starting this game off with a heater, Fi.
Yeah, this is... And just being the offers here. I don't know what it is about offers and pistol rounds, but it feels like they gravitate more to them than anything. Maybe it's just a me thing. One of the stats are like... Don't go down the vents challenge here for Davenport University. There's BHOP-brett inside of that with a knife. I have a feeling a MAC-10 would want to go down the vent. It's like a moth to the flame.
Oh, certainly. It's the identity of that weapon, right? That vent is just calling to you. But Spec, he's thinking otherwise. They've gotten all of ramp. Luckily, the absolute explosion of Brett's knife is avoided, and it should be a free bomb site. I don't think there should be much resistance here.
Yeah. I mean, just the dream start here for Davenport. Breath of fresh air for... I feel like this team, they have... When I watch them, it's a bit inconsistent. I think on the micro level, when it comes to team play and trading, this team is excellent. They got those fundamentals down pat. Just it comes down to sometimes the individuals make you lose your head, or sometimes I think a little bit of, shaky aim sometimes comes into play. But when they're reinvigorated, this team has a very high peak. That's for darn sure. They lose a couple guns. Things like this is a little awkward.
Should be another rifle retrievable. Not necessarily sure. Okay, maybe that smoke dissuades Aris from pushing forward. Oh, Beaky. Yeah, no can do this time around. But hey, 2 kills, not 10. Oh, I say that. AK carried over for Silas.
That's
all
great.
things considered, not a bad round. I think only a Deagle was bought forward.
I mean, considering we have yet to even see anything from BHOP just yet. We're going to get their first gun round in, and we're going to see what this pound for pound, player for player firepower. It's kind of like advertised on this team. Aris, Silas, and Brett, especially Beaky, even as of late. Really, really solid individuals on all the team that they've played on. Aris was a rock on Strife. Silas has been competing in advanced in ECL, starting to become one of the more experienced players in ECL as well. And Brett and Beaky have been razor sharp as of late. It's what's gotten BHOP this far, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you can even make an argument that Swan's had a couple pop-off games here or there.
Sure.
Definitely a far cry from when he used to actually perform regularly for this team. But volatile AWP could be impressive. This fight here in secret, Silas getting aggressive and getting an opening and getting away from it.
No.
I say that.
Not on Pug's watch. He'll hunt him down, and they have the B site. It's open. A Beaky, very nice, insane off angle where Spek has no clue where he could possibly get shot from. Back down to this 3v4. They don't really want to contest this B site just yet. Kojimo is still on top of Silo here, kind of on patrol. Make sure no one pushes aggressively outside. BHOP don't really know what's going on, though, however. That's the biggest problem. No map control.
I like this pause from DU here. Just trying to... I mean, they've gotten all of this bottom to bottom site control. Kojimo's now making his way outside and trying to see if there's any bit of a lurk. Catching out any players to even up the odds is a smart move here. But at the same time, I think they'll be able to lock in a bomb plan. I'm not really sure if there's anybody down here on the lower side. There is Swan. Okay. Auto director actually helping me out here.
Great angle to play from it. Good lineup too, but the trade's in. And that should allow for the bomb plan here with 10 seconds left on the clock. Swisher should be able to get it in. The thing is, they're starting to close in quick. Brett doesn't quite hit the shot, though. Gives Swisher a chance. The flash is fantastic, though, here from BHOP. But Swisher still hits the shot. Maybe he can get the round. The one-tap. Estonian legend, the European import, putting in work. 1v1 now between Aris and Kojo. And Kojo's falling back. He's out towards double doors, but no. Aris is aware. And despite the heroics out of Swisher, it's going to go BHOP's way. But man, call it confidence. Davenport University still look dangerous.
That was just dirty from Switcher. You really, really were rooting for them there to get that round on the board, keep a clean sheet. But Aris, beautiful 2v1 there, jumping up, using the proper angle management there to get the round on the board. It's tough. I mean, the economy is still going to get really hurt from it. But a round is a round. Getting on the board is half the battle sometimes when you're trying to battle back against this momentum. But damn if Davenport were close to just pulling the carpet over BHOP's eyes.
Oh my gosh. Rug just got swept out from underneath him right there. And very real reminder. I hyped up the individuals a lot here for this BHOP team. But Davenport have come here to play. They got all that confidence brewing from yesterday. I'm just watching this angle. Kojo Hide on edge is Silas, but not going to extend just yet. Still got to keep in mind that Davenport University are reinvigorated in this scope and qualifier.
I believe this is the deepest they've gone, correct?
Correct.
I mean, having this deep of a result in and of itself is a boon. Every little bit of things working against Davenport is with them this time around, and I'm sure it'll be able to convert to some kind of momentum. But I say that Kojimo, the star of this team thus far, has been ripped away to start out another 5v4 for
They're all in
BHOP.
garage. They're all in garage right now, though. What a move. The trade's going to come through here for Swan, but that just reveals the bomb. 30 seconds on the clock here for Davenport. They've taken a little too long in this one. Get things moving. You see the lobby of re-aggression is coming through, and now 20 seconds remaining, and Spek might just get outflanked here. Timing is incredible, though. He's going to check in for Beaky, but he should get wrapped up as all three players do fall simultaneously. BHOP knew everything. That's just the fact of the matter. BHOP knew everything once they see the bomb outside. And so Davenport University will fall.
Yeah, fantastic re-aggression there in the ramp. Spotting the bomb in garage, it has to be done. Great double setup, even though Spek had the jump on the first player. It's very difficult to read a double man setup there with the extreme lack of information. Davenport leaning heavily into outside and not getting rewarded for their troubles. Trade's not working out in their favor. And it's finally back down to pistols here for DU. BHOP finally wrestling back control here. You're hoping, if you're a DU fan, that they can get a little bit more than 3 rounds. And it's going to be this upper execute to actually try to stifle anything with these tech nines.
And, oh wait, it might work. They've gotten out. They've gotten space on the site. Can they hunt down Aris? They can. One more player is dropped in, though. And Switcher, lightning fast aim so far this game. We'll find a second. Bomb plan even going in, and a man advantage stands for Davenport.
No armor here for Kojimo and Switcher, but they've got their hands on a couple rifles here, Fi. This is very doable for the T side.
They only have so many flashes, barely any utility to retake this for BHOP. Just the aim can do it. Beaky from off top in heaven. Great flashbang tossed in, and almost finds a second on a Switcher. Spek even up close. Spray not connecting there for Silas. His time beginning to tick away, and Switcher even lands the dink. Just Spek in the 1v1. He's going to run away and play with his food. Davenport University pull off the half buy.
I mean, the Molotovs are perfect there to just siphon out some of these BHOP players. But man, Switcher, again with an impactful double kill to just open up the round, get that plant down, and retaking in a 2v3 situation is always going to be difficult, regardless of the weaponry advantage, the utility advantage. Angles are just so hard to clear, and Davenport makes well use of the squeaky door angle. Well done from Spek in the 1v2, was all but one. And now finally Kojimo's brought out the first AWP of the evening. We're looking good if you're a collegiate fan here.
Smokes outside to start. Just a half by here for BHOP. Got a single player out there. It's Silas out on an island. Little smoke usage there from Corn to try and get the cross in. Silas, whoa, snagged one. And it's fast as well. He's definitely trapped here, though. And nice try, Brett. Not getting up that ladder. Silas's rampage is put to a finish. And I think with that, the rest of BHOP, too. As Swan does fall to Koja's op. Just leaving his remaining 2. So far, this is not just so good, it's amazing. For Davenport, they're geared up to start up with 5 T-side rounds.
Yeah, they're going to be laughing all the way to the bank here, DU. Doing very, very well for themselves. Fantastic shot from Kojimo, making sure not to kill Corn there. But 5 rounds on this T side, I mean, I'm already liking the potential here for an upset. I mean, it'd be an insane one, right? To have the opportunity to be just one best of 3 away. It's obviously still early doors. We don't want to write off this best of 1 too early, but look, a pause already coming out. Gotta feel a little hot under the collar if you're BHOP.
BHOP, I mean, drop this one, and this half is out of control. 7-2.
Definitely.
I mean, we're like looking at it like 7-2. Money's never going to take off here for BHOP. They need to find a way to win a round and cleanly. Like, this is This is what you hinge your career on, these matches. It's a simple best of one, but it's a chance to run for the major. That's what everyone's here for. That's why you compete.
Oh, and even if you don't even qualify for the major, getting an opportunity to play in Stockholm, scrim against some EU players, play against the best in your region, in just the highest level of the game that your region has to offer, that's just, for both of these teams, that would be an absolute blessing. And they're both pretty damn close to achieving that dream. Finally, an AWP out for Swan. That big green battle will be very interesting to see how it plays out. You're expecting Kojimo to come out on top, but Swan's got a bit of experience under his belt. The potential for him to pop off is always there.
There it is. It's a tripwire shot just before the smoke actually goes up. It's still Kojo. Great shot. But underneath the smoke, a gap in it. Aris capitalizes. And will snag back a kill. Bomb is still out in the open. They do need to actually get that across. In the meantime, though, Huggis actually snuck his way around. It's actually outside a garage. He does have the op of Swan to contend with, though, and he'll fall. Spek trying to make a move. A great flick up there from Brett. And it's a clutch attempt here for Kojo, but Aris is going to silence that instantly with a great flash from Swan. And BHOP Esports, that is the clean round they needed.
Yeah, great comms there from Swan. Gets the opening kill. Team player with those flashes. I believe that was Silas and Mini taking advantage of the missed utility there from Davenport. And again, I mean, these rounds haven't been clean fights, so a little bit of a half buy hero, double hero AK situation. Mixed bag from the T side. Oh, and a Galil out as well. So very odd situation with as far as the economics are concerned for Davenport. Not enough utility to really speak of.
Super interesting smoke wall, though, just tossed in. The smoke's all thrown from one single position. To actually get them up and running. Already into secret, and no one actually hears these footsteps here for BHOP. So there's actually a real chance that BHOP could get caught off guard.
Yeah, if they can close the distance here, Davenport, it'll be very, very useful for these Tech 9s to get activated, and Silas has to give up some room as well. Bigi's still patrolling down in the ramp, and now he also has to duck down into the lower site. Lots of room being taken by Davenport, and it's slowly starting to constrict onto this lower bomb site. Ramp just as susceptible.
They left ramp open. They just left ramp open. It's only Swan here holding with the op. Flash is going in, and Swan's going to get knocked off the angle. Now everything begins to get compromised here for BHOP with 50 seconds remaining. Davenport, they're going to make the executive decision to go down to the B site and Spek with a flaming hot entry. But they're not clearing out the back of the site. They don't see Beaky. And Beaky will find the kill, but no way he survives that. And he will get traded out. And then Spek is going to follow up. Huge entries here from Davenport University. And this is 2v4 where BHOP are just guaranteed to save as Brett falls next. And Aris has been spotted. What a round here put together. The individuals of Davenport turning up.
Wow.
Spek of 4K.
Look at Spek with those entries, man. I mean, writing was on the wall there with the amount of positioning advantage that Davenport had in that round. But you still need to have some of those blinder entries on the back silo player. And even after things go awry, not checking Cubby, it still works out with some beautiful shooting from Spek. Even blind on that final frag. Another tack, I believe, from BHOP. And 6 rounds here for DU. Fantastic stuff to open up this best of one. And as we're saying, Fi, these halves can just run away from you as soon as possible if you blink too fast. Another eco here for BHOP. This is fantastic stuff. The individuals here are... We were speaking as to BHOP's individual prowess, but right now, Fi, to me, it looks like Davenport is here to play. Those are the players that are on.
It's even tactical. It's even, you know, they managed their space so well in that round, even despite having poor utility. They got the players down secret, and they juggled their opponent's rotations really well. Davenport again. Outside smoke wall, and he knows there's a gap. Or sees that gap, and right behind it is Silas. He does it. Take a fresh breath. You're likely to get past this eco. They actually have made 2 players down inside of B site. They're calling back a 3rd player here for BHOP. There's a chance, Paladin. There is a chance, but what? Oh, a shot there from Korn. Goodbye. I don't care if it's an eco. Frag like that. And the RMR might just be waiting for you around the corner. Oh my god.
Reads were there for BHOP. I mean, there definitely was a chance there, Fi, but again, fantastic individual efforts. That double kill there from Korn is not easy under any circumstance. Oh, 7th round on the board, on the cusp of winning out their T half. Talk about a change in performance. We were seeing some tweets out from Koi and Co. talking about trying to clean up their T sides, and boy, have they.
There was a long talk. There would have been a long talk. You get it? It's the weekend, so Davenport can actually, spend some time and actually, fix up their plays instead of, having to go to class.
True. Yeah, all play, no work at that point.
Oh, but okay, things might change a little bit. Finally, an outside entry going the way of BHOP. Which are still contending, though. Oh, the Aqua Swan. Spek trying to lurk, get up to some funny business, but just get punished. Finally, Davenport, things are going to slow down a bit for them. Can't all be winning. For BHOP, this is by far and away their most dominant round they've posted this game. It's looking to be flawless.
Yeah, when those man advantages come out for BHOP, it's really tough for DU to get locked into the rounds. They try really hard to showcase some kind of individual flair, but with the lack of utility and just these CT favored angles, it's really hard to get stuck back into the rounds, even out these man advantage situations from BHOP. And again, yeah, as you're saying, Fi, another dominant round. I mean, the rounds that BHOP have been winning have been dominant. That is to say, but the problem at this point of the game is you're not able to actually string together these rounds.
I wouldn't be hunting if I was BHOP. Their money is still greater, very much so. That's now maybe you start hunting because Kojumo's in a bit of trouble. Right around, he can't hit the shots, unfortunately. He's actually going to go down, and okay, the hunt, I guess, pays off there for BHOP. A bit of a risk taken, that's for sure, but 4 rounds on the board, they'll take that.
Yeah, it's still a slight dent as far as things are concerned. I mean, yeah, he still gets his op-out at the end of the day. Shouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I mean, any economic damage is good economic damage at the end of the day, so good for
sure.
BHOP to at least pull that back. Flies out for both sides. I mean, we're not talking about a swing round just yet, but if we want to start talking about those swing rounds, it starts here.
Swan posted up outside. It's a new angle for him. Normally been playing out towards the ramp, out towards heaven. A little bit of a shuffle up position. Could catch down off guard, but never mind. What's happened to Pug? He annihilated Silas, and I think he might have accidentally alt-tabbed. I think... Is he still here? Is Pug here? Yeah, he's back. I think he might have hit his console. He flicked so hard that he stopped moving. Unbelievable. Oh. And Kojumo even just eating them up. You see just 2 fallen BHOP players in his scope. And Beaky could have been the 3rd right there. Davenport University just walking over this round.
I mean... Shout out to Pug, man. He's just so dialed in.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Aris down to 5. Yeah, so, I mean, he can try. He can try, but not today. I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He was in a technical 1v3. If he diced up the duels, it's possible. Aris is a good player, I'll tell you that. But it's just Beaky 1v4. Man, they wanted to tussle with Kojo's op, and boy, did he give them the other end of it.
Oh, he's doing fantastic outside. It feels like he's got a great understanding, at least, of the potential of firing off the AWP, setting himself up for success, and obviously, that is half the battle for oppers in this day and age. It looks like Beaky might not even be able to save this off.
What is going on?
Oh, Pug actually missing that timing out just barely, and I think he'll hold on to it. Who is that? Is that Switcher? No. Who's on the other side of the map?
That is, I think it is Switcher. He's at the back of ramp.
Kojimo trying to chase down. But...
Oh yeah, Kojimo as well, moving in through secret, just going around the world.
But it's a 1/2 fight. I mean,
yup.
They've already done the quote unquote impossible here and won out the T half. This is impressive stuff. I mean, it is pretty individual centric, but at the end of the day, even the positioning of this team has been.
It's converting those though.
Yeah, it's been very well done.
Yeah, it's converting the superior positioning has been there for Davenport. I think the execution has sometimes struggled for this team, but they've gotten themselves into good spots and they've been able to convert those positions with some nice entries coming out of spec, admittedly. I think they've just been playing good, solid CS, good trades all across the board. Or well, they haven't really even needed the trades so much in this half because you see Pug just getting entries like that. So very happy days for Davenport. Of course, you don't want to let it get ahead of you. You're the teams who's supposed to be making the comeback, so not letting the opposite happen against you.
You can't really ask much more from all these individuals. Kojimo hitting the necessary shots, Switcher with some amazing impact, Spek with his entries, Pug with some of his entries as well, Korn doing very well in trading in some of these man-even situations. So DU should be very happy with what they've been presenting so far. And if we're thinking long-term, if they are able to convert out this T half, I mean, having the individuals awake this early on is obviously going to be fantastic heading into the best of threes. You're going to want the stamina and the consistency from these individuals. Flash is outside, and they should be able to get out unscathed. IEM up to bat in mini, but he's given up that spot as well.
Pushed in
but look at all this. Yeah, look at how they've pushed up on a trophy.
Oh, and that's going to result in Spec going down. That's the big information, though. That's going to make Davenport rev their engines down in towards secret and get a move on. They know that they can't possibly head back in towards the A site, so they're all here, and everyone has a rise for BHOP. The stack is in play. The shot's not quite connecting. Switcher hits a nice one, but now it's just Pug in the 1v3. Wait a minute. He has an avenue up the vent. The A site is completely open right now, and he'll take the gamble. He's up, and he'll have a plant. But a chance to clutch. They're coming in through lobby. Surely he heard that. They're probably coming up the vents as well, but Silas, very nice angle taken. Waiting for the aggression, and he will collect. That's going to be the 5th round here for BHOP. Just had a good read on the situation, pushed in towards lobby, got that rotate going. And as good as the entries are for Davenport, you do entry through 3 players.
Definitely the kind of situation happening for BHOP there. I mean, again, even in the clutch, not allowing these players to have a pop-off performance. That's all you can really ask for at this point. Trying to shut down as much as possible, negate as much bleeding from this half as possible, BHOP. 7 rounds. I mean, if you can get these last 2 rounds, you've gotten 3 on the trot. You're kind of able to pull some of the momentum back into your favor. Start a bit of a snowball. That's the minimum type of situation here if you're BHOP, but it's going to be a tough road ahead.
Probably a TO coming out from Davenport. It's very good to just stay on your game despite being up in rounds and despite feeling comfortable so far. You just want to keep your head in the game mentally. Stay alert. So back into it. BHOP starting to regain a bit of stability on the CT side, and last 2 rounds, I mean, 8-7 is a lot different than 10-5.
Definitely. I mean, whenever you have this kind of big of a lead, you're expected to extend that lead as far as possible. And it looks like this contact play out of the A side, smooth as this smoke fade.
Oh, but Brett out in the open? No, it's just one. Bomb scooped up here by Korn, and he will get dropped by IEM in the front of Hut. Kojo gets a trade back, and Switcher, surprise for Silas, out in the open, and minute on the clock, a lot to think about here, but oh, Kojimo's barrel has been spotted, And Beaky is going to take this opportunity to spray him down. It's Switcher in a 1v2. Plenty of time on the clock, all things said.
Position known. He's got to reorient himself somehow. Swan getting stuck into the upper bomb site, pushing in a lobby as well, making sure that they have all the information in their hands. And Switcher, I mean, instead of reorienting to heaven, he just tries to retrig and go back mini. I mean, they're going to watch Swan's on this angle.
Swan's on the ang. That's the problem here. So, Switcher gonna be making moves. And he's actually gonna get past the angle on the Swan. Wait a minute. Things get very awkward. Now he has a perfect idea where Beaky is. If he's watching Mini, then he must have been in charge of lobby. And Switcher's gonna cross back around the site and get the plant. 1v1 for the import here for Davenport University. Beaky circling the site, but it's gonna catch Switcher off guard. Timing not favoring him. And BHOP will scrape away another.
Oh, close, but no cigar there for Switcher. I mean, he read the situation very well. He knew that he would have to come up to a squeaky fight. Immediately wide swings it. Swan caught a little off guard there. Punished by Switcher. The Estonian just can't get it done. It is a bit of a coin flip when it gets down to that 1v1 and as to whether Beaky would select the right angle. And select right he shall. 6th round on the board. We're still trying to look for that even keel at the half situation. And BHOP is damn close to doing so. Pug down to a Tech 9. Utility starting to dwindle for DU. And perhaps they're losing some steam here, Fi.
And these rounds are still very much close, though. They still give themselves opportunities. They aren't blowout rounds.
Correct.
It's not a complete change in the tides and all. They're looking to go for this mini split. It's a possibility. Silas up close, though. And as the smoke fades, he gets a dink onto Kojimo. That's one of the very few rifles that are fully armored up. Lucky to be alive here is Kojo, but they've gotten down secret either way. Trading around a couple guns. Kojo's going to be the human drone. Coming forward, trying to collect some of the space. You see that they've already taken vast majority of end control, and yeah, that's going to be spec falling. Should signal to BHOP that this is trying to be geared up to be a B play.
But they're coming back up? How are they going to fight this? I mean, that mini smoke, you're going to have to thank your lucky stars if you don't come in a
let go of the angle. Wait, Silas has just let them all pass.
Oh, Pug.
Out in the open, that's the bomb, but he can't find the kill. It's Swan tucked out towards the CT vent, and he'll find 2. Knocking him down. It's just Pug sitting behind the smoke with 20 seconds on the clock. It's going to be BHOP to equalize this, at least bring it as close as it can possibly be here for the RMR qualifiers, and so we'll have to wait to see who's going to come out on top here. But Davenport University still very cozy with the half.
Yeah, I mean, they'll be laughing all the way to the bank there. Securing 8 rounds on your T side of Nuke will always be a boon. But damn if BHOP didn't try to make it close at the very least. Doesn't feel like they're out of it in terms of mentality. You can see they're very much in this one.
Still very much here to play. Folks, we're going to go ahead and bring this one to a little bit of a halftime break as we wait for the players to go ahead and ready up. We'll be back in just a bit.
Oh, I see the signs and I see we're there, and I feel the lies and I feel the sand. Forever hold, no matter if we're cast away, a fire in the dark. Right from the start, I see the end.
And we're back in the final half of this best of one in the RMR round of 8 to decide who will make it to the qualifying BO3. To make it to Stockholm, to punch your ticket in and be able to cement yourself the opportunity, at least the opportunity, to cement yourself in for the major. My name's Fi, I'm joined by Dap Paladin as we're going to be taking away half number 2. Davenport University have the lead, but that can quickly change with a pistol.
Expect a lot out of B-Hop's pistol here. They've got to make a lot of headway getting back the momentum here, and it's going to be this ramp fight again. This time, the roles reversed in this game.
This time around, though, they don't have like a 4-man stack, so Pug on the dual Berettas, well, I sure rate it highly. It's not going to find anything because they're going to go back up heaven where they actually have a player waiting on the ladder dead now as Kojo again on the pistols finds a double kill, has to switch out a gun for the extra ammo, but it's still the 3v3 and the bomb has managed to fall into the site. They'll get the plant in. Davenport, do they want to let them cement themselves, entrench themselves inside of the site? Pug is going to toss out the pop flash and they're going to move on out with it. Aris around the site, perfect headshot, and Swisher will fall next. It's Aris with the double kill. It's B-Hop picking up the pistol. We're back even.
Oh, great reroute there from B-Hop to go from hell to heaven. You could start to see the scampering of DU players down at the lower bomb site. But as soon as they get that bomb down fired, it's just cool, breezy angle clearing there from Aris. And you love to see it there. Another pistol conversion here for B-Hop. And it's a force buy from DU. So surprising to see them be this aggressive out the gates on their CT half.
They have a couple rounds to play with, I suppose. And, I mean, if you win this round, you could just cement yourself into this game.
Certainly.
This would be a massive win here. If they could pull it off, and that's not a good start. Swan owning spec to start this one off. And geared up to settle down nicely.
The implications of this best of one has been rising as time goes on when we look at the other results going on right now. Unjustified in pole position to close out their upset win against Team 1.
I wouldn't say pole position there, Paladin. I wouldn't
Come on,
speak too
CT side
soon.
Ancient.
Yeah.
CT side Ancient has me coping a little bit.
Yeah.
But
The score update there, it's 10-8 right now for Unjustified, and they're starting off on their CT side Ancient. So we were talking as if Team 1, yeah, they should get past their opposition nicely. Unjustified proving a bit of a difficult target. I guess the same could be said here for B-Hop, as Pug will dome the first, but swinging back into Silas, not looking great. The rest of his team to find some magic, and Korn, while he does pick up Brett, leaves it to Kojo and Swisher. 2 scouts, 1 tag there from Kojo. Another scout maybe to ring out for a kill, but it's going to be very difficult to try and make this happen. As I think Kojo's actually going to go ahead and save the scout rather than give it up. It's going to be B-Hop picking up the first couple rounds here on the T side of Nuke. They get their breathing space and also picking up that lead. Rounds are... How do I say this? The rounds are ever more important. As if they weren't important in a game of Counter-Strike. It's a best of 1. There's no second chances here.
yeah, getting those conversions. I mean, again, we don't have that many rounds to play with here. There is no second map. There is no third map.
In a minute.
Oh, that's some good damage.
He even landed the tag with a scout. Imagine if he took them all down and then picked up an AK. Like, then Davenport University all of a sudden have reason to maybe force back into it, believe it or not. It's a crazy thought, but not happening. It's going to be the full eco to follow up. 5-7 here or there. Maybe a flash. escort in a play or something of that sort. We'll see it on the hands of Pug. But BHOP Esports should be in cruise control to start this.
Keeping 5 alive is the main goal here. Try to death ball and turret their way into a site. That'd be the main important situation here. Silas starts things off very well with Corn. Aris again onto Spek. It looks easy breezy. Hopefully they can close this one out flawlessly to keep their money in check.
So BHOP are geared up to other score updates across the board here for this round of 8 bracket. 4 matches currently going on. Shall I say this name again? Pete's Hookah Lounge. I've just taken down X13 16-11 with twice having a masterful performance so far. Infinity are on the brink of taking down Timberman in what would be an upset match, where the Timbermen were actually, in my opinion, one of the potential favorites to even compete for that RMR spot here in NA, considering how this bracket is shaken out. That
Definitely
would be a big upset there for Infinity, and we've already talked this Unjustified game up just a bit. And here you are with one of our more competitive games in BHOP versus Davenport. First gun round rolling up here, Pally. What are we gonna see?
Probably something fast. I mean, if you want to utilize this MAC-10 to its full use, yeah, look at this. Seems like, yep, I believe there's going to be some fast utility out here, but they're not actually going to go off the back of this.
Beating a
Maybe
Molly.
just, yeah, maybe trying to wait out this Molotov. Try to scrim out of this smoke.
I don't think Aris intended for that smoke to extinguish, however. He was hoping maybe to toss an event smoke and maybe put some pressure on. In the meantime, they're just going to gun it back out towards ramp where Pug has to fall back, and Kojimo will arrive at the scene to bail him out. Shot landed on the Silas.
Fantastic 5v4 to open things up. I mean, stifling the ramp, bleeding there. Things would have gone from bad to worse if Kojimo actually missed there. But at this point in time, BHOP, they're going to take the upper bomb site.
Oh, and they just got shredded. Spek Switcher annihilated our BHOP at every turn. Thank you, Auto Director. I love just catching all the highlights there.
Right? Yeah.
But I hope you guys got to see the kill feed, because Davenport just lit it up.
I mean, as soon as they got that 5v4, they had a great read on the situation, knowing that they would kind of push back over to lobby. They had Squeak door on lock. No lurks of any kind, and Spek doing work there. Bit quiet after those insane entries at the beginning of the half, but he's still showing his impact here. But a potentially final buy here for BHOP in terms of their initial coffers. Galil on Swan. But all the bells and whistles out for DU.
Perfect timing.
Great.
At least it's perfect timing for Spek. He's there right as the smoke blooms and Aris goes down. Pug is going all the way in for it, though, and that'll be a kill gifted right on back to Spek. They're maybe shuffling around a little too much
Just
here.
lobby flank.
But the flank. Oh, this flank from Switcher. Oh, this is about to unravel everything. There are 3 players inside of Squeaky, and Switcher can line them all up. But he needs to spot it first. That's the bomb. Catapult it forward, but the trade is instant. He thinks he's safe. Spek goes up the vent next, and he falls. A 2v2, and there's plenty of time for BHOP to reposition and all that good stuff. But Beaky's made noise on the top. And Korn always heard him.
I was going to chase it.
Oh, he's going to chase for the kill. But Beaky... Oh, not quite watching where timing is unreal for Korn. And Beaky will fall. The bomb, though, it's in the hands of Swan. And he has a straight avenue into this B site. A 1v2 potential.
Getting the slower plan is everything. But look at the utility. Kojimo's still got a smoke double flash. Switching on over to the rifle. And it's really up to isolating the 1v1s here. That smoke missing is kind of brutal.
Swan?
Here we go, 1v1.
He gets the fight. He wins it too. He thinks Kojimo was inside of the vents, but instead Kojimo. Smoke on the bomb, but it's off the mark. It's off the mark. It doesn't work out. But Swan. Oh, he's still spamming for it, and then Kojimo is going to dome him. Swan swings the doors. He thinks he needs more space to spam. I mean, there were so many things. I thought the bomb was out in the open. He wouldn't see the little defuse noodles. on the bomb, and he would stop spamming, but nerves get to ya. Davenport to 10.
Oh, man, that was a prime opportunity there for Swan to just rip away the momentum from DU. Isolated the 1v1s very well, but Kojimo was just a little bit faster in the 1v1, a little bit more calmer in that situation as well. Davenport even things up here, and it sends BHOP down to that eco. And it looks like potential opening here.
Yeah.
Yep. Switcher converting. This is tough spot if you're BHOP. Maybe just an upper exec.
Hoping for it. Corn, though, he's in the safe part. Pop hut? No, but 3 players swing out, and the gun does fall down in the hands of 1 player. Doesn't even get the opportunity to shoot it, though. Davenport University. Round by round, my friend. They're looking to pull 2 upsets in this bracket.
Oh, man. And having it happen actually on the day of qualification potential is everything. They'd have to go straight into their unjustified V Team 1 winner, BO3. And riding high off of the win off of BHOP would be everything. It would just be fantastic. They'd be over the moon. Having your AWP player like Kojimo firing on all cylinders, having the impact of Switcher and Pug, man, you'd be very, very happy if you're Koi this time around.
Yeah, I'm sure. I know Koi as a person is just sweating bullets watching this game. Just head in hands every time they lose a round, and absolutely ecstatic when they win. But it's not just the tactics that have brought Davenport success. Man, the frags have been great as well.
Definitely.
Great time to peak here for Davenport, but this game's far from over. BHOP still very much in with a chance, and even starting off with a great tag on the switcher outside. Swan coming very close to finding the opener.
Close but no cigar. I mean, any damage is good damage this time around. But still very hold up or BHOP, not necessarily looking for anything in particular. Swan's just trained on this angle for any aggression. It's just a standoff between Kojimo and Swan as BHOP-brett looks to outside for more answers. Because
oh boy.
Oh, I say that, and what a fantastic opening from Kojimo.
And he busts the arc! What a shot there by Kojo! He had a pixel to hit! And he nailed it!
Oh, Silas probably kicking himself there for just pulling out the smoke. Just really wondering what went wrong.
But wait, Aris, he's gotten up to his squeaky shenanigans again. The outside play has worked out, but it's all the information here for Davenport. They know where all 3 players are. But BHOP-brett, big play up close, clotheslining spek, and the round has fallen apart there for Davenport. As BHOP pull it out from the depths.
What a reorientation there from BHOP. All that outside control comes back to bite Davenport in the behind. Pardon the pun. But at the end of the day, Davenport would definitely feel the brunt of that. That just felt like a opportunity missed there. Kojimo's heroics go in vain this time around, and aggressive here from Switcher.
Oh, and Switcher, the flash didn't land, and Switcher's gonna capitalize. They had a flash for the peak, but it did not work out. It was just off the mark. Could have been just solid gold there for DU. Just turns into pyrite.
And Corn.
If you guys know what pyrite is, that's fool's gold.
Big brain, as the Twitch zoomers would say.
5-head or whatever they say, but they still 5-head doesn't win everything. You still got to close out these rounds here for BHOP. And I think they just might. They found the gap in the defense. They're going to drop down low, and even Kojimo loses his AWP. They're going to rotate in here for Davenport. They pulled in, but it's not looking good. Players out at the double doors. Aris, huge taken. Spek will find the 1, but it's going to be a hero play, and that isn't happening. BQ converts right back, and oh boy, this game is starting to fall out of favor for Davenport.
Oh, you can see the nerves starting to get a little bit under Davenport there. Expectation in a 4v3 when they're down at the lower site is just give it up. I mean, your coppers have been just completely rinsed. Cut your losses. Corn is just on a 5-7. Maybe you could get an upgrade as well, but at the end of the day, it's only a singular rifle saved on over from Pug. And BHOP wrestling back this round advantage. And I don't think we're just going to be rolling over and handing over a win very easily this time around.
Nope.
It's going to be having to be fought tooth and nail.
And a pause call then. The money's tanked out for Davenport. They invested everything into that. Now your backs are against the wall. You start to sweat. You got a little too comfortable with your 8-7 half. You're winning T side on Nuke. No one's ever come back on the T side of Nuke, by the way. It's just a fact of nature. No one's ever done that.
Nobody.
That's what Davenport were thinking. It's impossible. But it's becoming very real, the consequences of these rounds. You just look up. You glance up at the score line. Soon to be 13-11. And then you have to win this next gun round. And if you fall, then it's backs against the wall, baby. But Davenport have done this before. They've played from against the wall. Already this qualifier. On this map. Gonna need to pull something out of the hat here.
I think in their heads, they really need to understand that no scoreline is too far away for them. They have done the impossible before on this side. And hopefully this is just a bump in the road for DU. But hey, I mean, it could be a very big bump fight. BHOP is not going to give away that lead as easily as Northern Forces might have.
Yeah. This is a good angle, though, from Pug. But you just need that opener. Just a little bit of space for that CT side to work with. A little bit of that extra information. Brett. Geared up to make the cross. Spots out Pug, though, and will convert the kill. So close there for Pug. To find an impactful opener, but they'll make the cross anyways. Down secret they go, and I don't think anyone's really in position to even stop this. DU-spek cruising around inside of lobby. All things said, this is a wrapped up round. This is 13-11.
Man, I really did think we'd get this tight. I mean, they do get another rifle. Hopefully they make the right executive decision here to just save these on over.
I mean, the chance is a chance.
Yeah, Kojumo's feeling frisky here.
I mean, Spek with nothing to lose, sure, he can swing into that. I think the rest are going to hold on to their guns, though. This next gun round is just everything right now.
Yeah, that's the swing round. I mean, you have very high expectations if you're BHOP to kind of close out the game if you do secure that gun round. And the other side of the coin, it's do or die for DU in some senses. Not many more ops coming in their way. Oh, what a situation we're in, though, by 8-7 half. Potentially dropping the ball there. That would just be a brutal end to their qualifier run. What do they have left in the tank?
This is what they call the TO for.
Definitely.
Glass cannon off for Kojo. That is the investment. Play centers around his op. He's gonna bring with it. He's actually gonna drag it towards the heaven side. Put it in a central part of the map where it can get active. In the meantime, though, they're putting Swisher into secret and putting multiple players around that squeaky door area. Trying to deny them, but they've gotten down the vent. They've gotten down the vent, and Spek, oh my gosh, he takes a beating through the smoke. That could have been the round right then and there.
Oh, it still might be. Aris got so much space down in the vent. What does BHOP actually do with this? Flash lined up. I believe smokes might be coming sooner rather than later to cross on over, but they've still got Switcher to deal with, pushed up in a secret.
And the question is, will they check for this? Because they have Eris inside a secret, they might get a little bit of hubris going into this, and they're going to leap right on it. But Brett's going to jump in and clear it! Switcher had the chance, but Brett with a hard clear. And it's just Pug here on the B site. Needs the kill. Will find the kill. And now he has the rest of the team to deal with. Next up, though. Who is it? BHOP, 35 seconds on the clock. What's the decision?
You've got to go. You've got to go. If whatever decision you have to make, it's got to be decisive. They've not actually utilized any of this vent space that Aris had, and they're just doubling back in a mini. Indecision here from BHOP and a missed smoke as well. Oh, the nerves getting to the BHOP side.
There's two players still here. There's still two players here.
There's no time.
With 10 seconds left on the clock, there's two players on this site for Davenport. Now they just get mowed down by Korn. Beaky just running and gunning, but there's no time to plant. Davenport, they lose almost everything. Keep in mind. But that's all they need. The round is what matters.
Oh, look at the economic damage, though, Fi. They don't have enough win or loss bonus in this situation to kind of stomach this late into the game. Luckily, we finally get armor on Kojimo. But man, talk about indecision there from BHOP. You feel in a 5v4 with Aris having complete vent control that it's an open and shut case for BHOP. But it is not to be. Tooth and nail. Davenport hang on. And then more damage again on a switcher outside. This is not easy by any means.
Oh boy. Hold your breath, because a kill there means everything, and that's going to be it from Spek. The MP9, the worst weapon in the server, will find the value.
Getting a kill on the Aris, the huge power player for BHOP this early on with the weaker weaponry of the MP9. This is looking good for Davenport. They've still got to figure out how to deal with this ramp threat, though.
Kojimo's been knocked off the angle. He can stop the drop, though, and see ya, Beaky. No trade in sight. And Pug always even resurfacing. He wants to fight, and he'll get it. They'll drop the bomb. Another one dominantly geared up here for DU as Kojimo picks the time perfectly. And Brett solo to start off this round. This isn't his to beat. Davenport have found the foothold. We're going to equalize at 13.
How many more pages do you have in the playbook if you're BHOP? You've got to find another strategy because currently the rotations are getting a little bit more snappier from DU. You kind of had them on the ropes there for a second. But you allow them to string a couple rounds here, get some momentum, and get some economy under their belt. That's gonna really ruffle some feathers in the BHOP camp. Brett still being able to save this on over. But at the end of the day, Fi, we're running out of rounds.
I mean, it's the economy. It's really the economy. I know it's such a cliche thing, but when the CT side gets that under control with a flawless round like that,
it's tough to break through.
Yeah, and that one round of just extra breathing space there for Davenport could be what they need to get this across the line. BHOP trying to fight off against the upset. 13-all.
It's not the prettiest buy either. Beaky with the deagle. A beagle, if you would.
Sure. But outside vent.
Aris down again.
Yeah, I'm wondering how much noise he made. I'm wondering if Spek even heard that. He sees the gap in the smoke, but down the vent. What do you do with it here if you are BHOP? When Aris got down the vents last time, all it led to was indecision.
There's definitely hesitation from the BHOP camp, and they've got to get their ducks in a row this time around. This has to be the round. Otherwise, you're potentially giving up match point.
Oh, I thought he took the shot there. I thought.
But Spek, he's aggressing. He's got the read.
And there's no trade. The spacing's bad here from BHOP. Sure, Aris is inside of control room, and they have no idea that's a possibility. But still, the rotation's already here for Davenport. Pug has gotten himself down inside of Dark, and he's gonna find the double kill. Even almost 3. He lands so much damage on the Beaky, but it doesn't matter. He turns it back with a quick headshot and brings it back to the 2v2. Still, though, the rotations from Davenport have been so snappy, and they're already knocking on the door of the site. Born and Switcher. The duo in from double doors. Beaky, however, still inside of control. Are they going to put an HE in here? They are. And it's going to take him down. The HE well placed, and now it's just Aris. And he reveals his position. 1v2, but now 5 HP. Aris, the clutch is going to happen. BHOP up to 14.
Oh, you got to be head and hands there if you're DU. You navigated that first engagement, but man, a ball dropped. So many well-made decisions from DU, but they just can't close. Aris, I mean, again, he isn't actually able to do much with his squeaky lurk down in the vents, but the round still is converted by him. And honestly, at this point in time, that's still a win. Fundamentally, it might not be the prettiest, but they're getting the job done. Five. This is.
Look at the buy here for Davenport. There's nothing. I mean, great damage from Kojo. Sure. But this is brutal.
Look how fast down they're up lower. Pug's going to be called up to bat again.
And Pug, I mean, he'll be able to tuck away into the site. It's a power position, that's for darn sure. But Davenport University are not as fast about these rotates. They don't have the same information that they had in the previous, but maybe Pug can put up a hold. Still outside, inside the double doors. He needs a second kill. He almost gets it, but the rotates, they're being shaved away. And Pug, he feels the need to aggress. And the timing, unreal here from Pug, but he's gonna get hunted down. Kojumo's here to chase, but they're so split up. Kojumo. Wait, it's the bomb inside the vents. That's the bomb inside the vents, but Kojumo misses out on the chance. He's pushed all the way through secret, and he'll find the kill in a Brett. And he finds a second! Kojo drops the bomb! Back down to 2v2, but he turns away at the worst possible time. Swan hits the headshot. Are they gonna go back up the vents? They're going back up the vents! Oh, Swan, he gets spot, but he gets shot in the back there from Aris. 15 to 13, BHOP just barely. Davenport trying to find every avenue back in the game.
Oh, what kind of pandemonium is going on in this best of 1-5? BHOP, tooth and nail, secured their 15th, and look at the pots and pans on the other side of the server. MP9 for Kojumo is the only thing we can really speak of. Switcher on a glass cannon scout. Oh, what a heartbreaking couple of rounds to lose if you're DU. They're just knocking on the door, BHOP. They want that qualification stage best of 3 as badly as ever. The experience of this squad shining through, and they're back down lower again.
It's just a Pug once again. I mean, he gets his one. But again, maybe? Okay, they pick off Aris. They do have the kid on spec. That's the most important piece to this retake. And they're not going to go down the vents this time around. They're going to bring it all to bear at the ramp. Bomb yet to be planted. Taking their sweet time about this one. And it will go in. The timer starts. Waiting for the curtains to raise. Nade in, and they're ready to start the retake. Here we go. For a chance at the RMR to play. Beaky gets the initial. And they drop down into dark and they fall. 1 by 1. It's just Switcher. But he knows where both remaining players are. He needs to hit some incredible shots. Here and now. And it's not gonna happen. BHOP avoid the upset and put up a masterful T side to bring them across the line. They will be facing off against Team 1.
Wow. What a game. What a game. Both sides of the bracket with some fantastic T sides. And now we've got ourselves a very, very exciting best of 3 to close. I'm happy that we've gotten the actual favorites to make their way all the way through. And it's going to be the best of the best in this.